Hey everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA. Been living in my car for 18 or 19 months now. Kind of enjoying it. It's unfortunate with the pandemic that there's not much film work, and I'd be willing to take shorter film jobs, but those are not coming by very often. And same with the feature-length film jobs, so it's a tough one. But, I'm just getting by. This is funny. This guy, he's like painted his van twice recently by hand on the side of the road. And I swear, the last time he painted it, not long ago, like a week or two ago, he was painting it with house paint and a brush. I'm like, why bother? It looks better without it. I cannot understand this. But here's the thing, he painted it brown. Was it the only paint he could find? It would at least look kind of interesting if it was a different color, but he painted it brown. Again, with a brush, just brown house paint. And then, a few days later, he painted the tires brown and the hubcaps. I can't even process this. Like, why would you do this? What would drive you to do this? It makes absolutely no sense. It sounds like a prank like a talk show host would do on their parents' car or something. And painting the wheels, like, I would think with all the motion and stuff, and the paint on the wheels is gonna flake off and crack or something. It is just so weird. Like, why do that? Anyways, I've still been spending my days just writing, doing a lot of writing, and that's good. I'm so glad I have something to do. It's something that's going well, and just trying to get by. One thing that's helping is getting up even earlier. First of all, I gotta lose this damn weight, and I think I've been somewhat successful the last few days losing weight, especially now that I have money on my food stamp card. I'm able to get, first of all, I got a bunch of like canned fish and mackerel from a 99-cent only store. There's helicopters like directly over me. I can tell by the way it sounds. You hear that chopping of the blades. And I can get these like $7 salads from Jack in the Box, chicken salads. And it's nice, it's really healthy. Grilled chicken, balsamic vinaigrette for dressing. And no cheese. I asked for no cheese on it, so I'm just getting this huge pile of lettuce, and I notice it's making me go to the bathroom a lot better, if you know what I'm saying. These my dumps are just going out fast and powerful, although it can last a while, but it's not. Man, I was all messed up eating crappy protein bars and stuff before, and when I run out of money, I'm gonna have to go out back to doing that stuff at the food bank. Or eating whatever little stuff they have there that is somewhat, like whole food. But, yeah, I feel a lot better doing that. Every morning I have oatmeal, and then I work out, and then I go to Jack in the Box and get a grilled chicken salad. The crappy thing about going to the 99-cent only store, there's always a line there. It's always messed up and annoying. And, it's just, it's really, but the thing is, if I go to a regular grocery store, it adds up so quickly, even like 25 cents more for each item. If I'm buying like 10 items, that's $2.50. Even that little bit, that's 2 items I could have gotten at the 99-cent only store. So, yeah, it's just a challenge. They do got good stuff at the 99-cent only store. They got like these cups of rice that I've been getting. I ate one today. And it's like cooked rice. You're supposed to heat it up. I don't bother heating it up. I just scoop it out of there and eat it. I could set it in my car and heat it up, but I leave it in my trunk. And they have Muscle Milk, the protein drink, for $1 there. That's an incredible deal. And I know they charge like $9 or maybe $7 or $8 for a pack of like 4 of them or something at a regular grocery store. So that's great. But I didn't get too many of them because I'm like, that's not really a meal. If I have the choice between food and a protein drink, I don't care about all the macronutrients and stuff. I'd rather have a meal. But I got 2 of those. I got 1 more, I think. But also the thing that's helping is I'm getting up earlier. Because it's a weird combination of stuff, you know, when you're homeless and things are breaking down, and the weather. So for like a couple weeks, we had complete cloud cover in the mornings. It was great. I could work out till 8, 9, 10 in the morning, whatever. I wouldn't work out till 10. I'd try and get it done earlier. But the clouds would be out, it would be cool out, and the sun wouldn't burn me up. Now, clear skies. So the sun, man, it gets warm like 6:30 in the morning when the sun starts hitting, and I have a spot in the park where I can exercise, and there's like a bunch of trees and stuff blocking the sun, so I have more time to work out, and it depends if someone's there or not. The other day there was a homeless guy sleeping there, so you know I didn't want to disturb him, so I just went around to another spot where the sun comes up, where it's not blocked by as much. But I'm getting up at 4:40 in the morning now. Maybe I should do it even earlier. I was even annoyed today. I stayed in my car till 5:30 before I showered, and it's like, oh, I hate getting to the park by 6 o'clock or later. I got there really by 6:30. I don't know what took me so long between the shower and getting dressed in my car and wringing out my wet clothes. But it's good to get up earlier. Even though I was tired, it was like, who cares? And I just like that I'm moving faster, getting stuff done. I still panic about my writing and everything because, you know, there's always a worry of trying to make everything perfect, and I don't want to write if it's not perfect. But what I find is each time I just let go of that fear, I keep figuring out more of this story. I'm still just outlining it, not even writing the screenplay, and it's a detailed outline. It's like 25 pages. But that's good because that means when I start writing, which happened on a previous outline like 10 drafts ago, I wrote like 8 pages in one day because I knew what I was doing. However, I realized the deficiencies in the outline because by page 15, 16, I'm like, I am stuck. I don't know how to get past this. When I started writing, this is a tip for screenwriters, start with the most basic, fundamental thing you want to happen in the scene. And all I would say for certain scenes is this character and this character's values clash, and somehow they have tension over that. That's it. What exactly are the values? And it's not just values. You can't just have a disagreement over their ideas. It has to be dramatized through events happening in the story. So that was hard to figure out because I don't know what I'm dramatizing yet. But I had a basic idea, and I keep working it, and it kept becoming clearer and clearer to where I'm adding more, and I'm getting to the point where I'm wondering, okay, am I just tinkering with this? Am I ready to actually, I see a truck backing up. Is it going to crash into someone driving down the street? No. Or is there more to improve? So I do that, and then I try and read a screenplay before the day's done. Today I read Revolutionary Road, excellent screenplay. It was very similar, if not, it was basically like almost exactly the same as the movie. And I realized what a simple story it was and how quickly it moves and establishes everything. And it's so powerful and chilling, and every beat is something great. Recently I read the script for Goodfellas. Before that, Charlie Kaufman's Human Nature, maybe one of his least known movies. It was directed by Michel Gondry. It has Tim Robbins, Patricia Arquette, and I forget how to pronounce his name, Rhys Ifans or something. But he's in a lot of movies too. But it's a funny story, and my understanding is the script is somewhat different from the movie. I read a review of it, and they reference scenes where it's like, that doesn't happen in the script. So that's interesting. Train's going by. But I just got to keep going and not put that pressure on myself to want to make it perfect, because the first draft is not going to be great. Even a decent first draft is kind of a terrible script in that nobody cares if you just make a decent, somewhat intelligently made movie. It's got to be great. So I'm already thinking in my head, man, I'm thinking 17 drafts of the screenplay if necessary. And I want to outline more movies too. I've been kind of rushed lately, so I just try and read a script at the end of the day when I get tired. And I retype out movies. I really want to do it for Cameron Crowe's Almost Famous. That script was so amazing. I don't even understand how it was having such an effect on me while I was reading it. And I've seen the movie. I love the movie. But I'm like, it seems so simple. How does this work? And it's a world I would have never thought to investigate or create a story about and would have no clue how to do. And it's like, I know Cameron Crowe, it was somewhat informed by his experience being a rock journalist when he was younger. But even so, it's like, just how did you know that you had that story in you? It was incredible. And recently they had the 20th anniversary of the movie where they got the whole cast together, and people love this movie, and understandably so. It's incredible. That I definitely have to read and study and outline and retype out. Being John Malkovich as well, I think. That script, it differs from the movie, especially towards the end, but I was still laughing like a maniac and just stunned reading it. And it's a great film, too. It's absolutely insane. So getting up earlier helps. Now, here's the other thing. Man, it's crazy, and there's not much to say about it, but, you know, it's realizing how deep we are into this thing, this pandemic, and how, you know, schools are going to reopen, it looks like, for the most part. Yeah, I read, you know, where my mom is, it smells like either weed or gasoline. That they're open to anything there, and she works at a school in the cafeteria, so they might open, they might have some online schooling, or just all online. And you know, she's stressed and worried, like she needs her job, you know, so no point, you know, going into that worry. But yeah, it's just so strange, and it's just weird thinking how different LA is from when I moved here. I still love it. I still think it's the greatest city in the world, even for all its problems. And I still am recovering from my dissociative disorder. So I know I'm jumping topics a lot. I don't know if that's that useful or interesting. But one thing about my disorder, the biggest thing for me is just time. It's just taking time. Other people, they say they can manage it, depersonalization-derealization disorder, they can overcome it by just not focusing on it or going out and living their life as normal. That to me just does not work. That stuff doesn't work at all. I've heard muscle relaxation, eating well. Now, all that stuff, I'm sure it doesn't hurt. That's the thing. Like, I'm sure it's, you know, preventing stuff from hurting me worse in this disorder, but in the past, I just got through it by just, you know, random shit. One time the first time it was just instantly in one moment. I felt like I was being shot through a tunnel. And it was incredible. And it was like I was over it. Although I was still left with like a fractured mind. I had to spend another year and a half rebuilding my personality in a way. And I was never the same. And the second time, I got out of it because I happened to get in an abusive relationship, and it kind of shocked me out of it, all that abuse I went through. Last time, it was just time, 9 months of it. And this time, too, it's about a little over 7 months now. And yeah, I'm sure all that stuff helps. Eating well, exercise, definitely. I can feel it when I'm walking. It feels like this poison stirring in me and seeping out of my skin, and I feel goosebumps when I do it. So that helps. But it was very, very scary that first month. But, you know, it's different for other people. I get messages from people who ask about it, you know, ask how I got through it and stuff. All I can say is, look, there are other places that claim to have more info on it. I can't, there's nothing I can say about it that's helpful. I just have to go through it, you know. But if you look it up on YouTube and stuff, you'll find places. Facebook has support groups, although for me, the support groups are really just good to keep my mind sort of occupied and identifying what I'm going through. Once I sort of got to a certain point of recovery, I can't look at them anymore. It's just too triggering and disturbing. And a lot of people had similar symptoms to me. A lot of people had very different ones. It's absolutely terrifying. and it's still a huge struggle. But I was dissociating the last 2 days. Today I'm feeling better. So anyways, it just takes time. And if you don't know, depersonalization-derealization disorder can come from, basically it seems like two things. One, like stress and trauma, accumulated, stress or acute, and also drug use, mainly weed. But I've read people on these Facebook groups that say they've gotten it from other drugs too. Ugh, but weed seems to be a big one, where it doesn't happen for most people who use weed or anything like that. Not trying to scare people off weed. It just certain people have a reaction to it. It's like I heard only like 2% of people get DPDR long term like this. So a certain amount of people can get it, and long term. Many people get it and it'll be over in a few minutes or an hour after something traumatic like a car crash. Anyway, so I think I should get back to writing and back to work, and just get through every day. I want to get up even earlier, maybe 4:30, because I'm disappointed the sun comes up so early. I like being out when it's really quiet and dark, but at least it's weird. I've gotten much less self-conscious about showering in the street now, to where I'm fine with people seeing me. To me, it's getting very normal. And I finally sent out a letter to cancel my Planet Fitness membership, so I'll be able to save the $22 a month. Man, I'm looking at my face. I gotta lose weight. So exercise in the morning, walk around in the afternoon, limiting what I eat, and eating whole foods and healthy.